First, for Kant, time is a pure form of intuition, like a space, which means that we can only perceive objects, only is important here, perceive objects through the lens of. That gives time a necessity, rational necessity, you can call it, or constitutive necessity. We can't have experience of objective experience of the world without situating our experience within time. That's what gives time a necessity vis-a-vis our experience. Okay. In other words, we can't conceive events happening outside of temporal sequence. So that's the first. Okay. So when we experience events, for example, if you think about the events in your day, for example, our understanding imposes necessarily, it's not an optional thing, imposes a causal order on that. So for example, if you see a stone flying and is striking a window of a car, the window crashes. So the events here, flying, striking a window, and the window crashes, even necessary in order to have objective experience of these events. You must locate these experiences within time. Secondly, you must cause a link between these events. 1, 2, 3. Like 1 is the cause of 2, 2 is the cause of 3, or whatever it is actually. So you can't, it's not optional that you link these 3 events through a causal sequence. And since this is not optional, this causal sequence is necessary as well. Which is another way of saying that we don't just see one event followed by another. So we don't just see stone throwing, striking a window, and window is smashing. We don't just see this follows this and this follows that. We actually understand them. We actually understand them causing, one event is caused by another. We understand them. We understand that one event causes another. So stone causes striking, and striking causes smashing, or both the striking, throwing a stone, flying stone, and striking cause together smashing. So we don't just so we are compelled to see these events, and this is rational compulsion, or constitutive compulsion, without which knowledge is not possible. Where we see these 3 events as causally linked, and they are necessary because this is not just based on empirical observation. Why? Because we can't have empirical observation without a structure of mind which is constituted in such a way that it can't help but see events as causally linked. Okay, so and that's Kant's answer, and the reason his reply to him is that empirical observation can't be the whole sole thing, because empirical observation only shows us succession. It shows us flying stone, striking, and smashing. It doesn't show us necessity. And even if it shows us necessity, that's just a habitual necessity, which for Kant is not enough. So where does rational necessity come from? It comes from the structure of our mind or structure of our knowledge, however you want to portray this. Okay, now we move to sort of our last point. So